Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, and on this episode we're gonna talk about Cinderella and a little bit of Betsy, not here. So here's the deal. There's some good news, some bad news, some mixture of both news. So here's what's going on with Cinderella and here's what's going on with Betsy, and we're gonna talk about it right now. Alright, so let's talk about Cinderella right behind me here. And what I decided to do is list her for sale and see what happens and see what offers I get. Because I will not be working on this car for 2-3 years or so, because I got a project in the garage that I got to deal with. I'll show you guys that in a few minutes. So I decided to go ahead and list her on the market and see what's going on. I had maybe, I want to say 25-30 people interested in the car, international buyers, local buyers, people. Actually, I had 2 people just randomly stop by, just driving by my house, seeing if I want to sell it. So I went ahead and listed it for sale, and I listed the price a little higher than what I would normally take. And honestly, I received an offer that I couldn't refuse, and I just went ahead and said, okay, fine, I'll sell it, take it as is. And that's what happened. I ended up selling the car, not thinking I was going to sell it. I just figured I'll kind of play with the idea of selling it, put it on the market, see what prices I'll get. And I listed it at 18.9, and I had a few offers around 17, and then 17.5, and then I received the offer for 18. And the guy came by about a week ago, gave me a check for 17.5 because he gave me a deposit at first, and he said, here's a check, wait for the check to clear the bank. And that took about a week or so. And obviously right now you want to be very careful with the whole bunch of scams going on. So basically I got the check, the bank cleared. I called the guy, say, hey, the check cleared, you ready to come get it? Let me know when. So he's gonna come get the car tonight, and he has the pink slip. I gave him the pink slip, he gave me the check. I kept the car until everything clears out. The 2 reasons why I decided to list her on the market is because I'm not a fan of doing 100% original cars. I like modifying things, I like upgrading things, making things better, suspension, interior, engine, etc., all that stuff. This car, I bought it to do the e-car, and then I decided to do the bullet car because it's a big block S-code car. And then I did the Marty report, and it's a one-of-one car. So I decided, okay, so if one-of-one car, I don't want to actually ruin that. One-of-one is something that you want to hold on to, and you want to restore the car to 100% all original. Well, since I don't like doing that, that's why I'm like, hey, well, if it's one-of-one, okay, so that's cool, but I would rather do a bullet than one-of-one. I'm not a fan of original. And then I'm sure somebody would want to do the original restore back to how she was. And the reason that she's one-of-one is because of the color. It was like a seafoam green, kind of like a really light green, lime green color. And then interior was like a gold, beige, some kind of weird color that nobody ever orders. That's probably why she's one-of-one. But these days, 50, 60 years, 70 years down the line, people are actually looking into something rare like that to restore to. So that was the first reason why I decided to list it, because I'm not a fan of 100% all originals. I like them, but it's not my cup of tea. It's something that I'm not a fan of doing. I like actually modifying, so that's why I like the resto mod, because you're restoring and modifying at the same time. And the second reason is because she's going to be sitting for a couple of years while I'm working on the car in the garage. And honestly, 2 years, 3 years holding on to this car, not knowing what's going to happen in 2 to 3 years. And we're kind of a little bit short on money because we're doing the house remodeling. We just did the roof on the house. We're going to paint the roof. We got to do some windows on the house. We got to do a few other things. So basically, I made that decision to just go ahead and list her on the market. And I got a good offer, and just, I mean, why not? I can use that money towards other projects, and honestly, since I have the one in the garage, that's honestly the third reason why I decided to sell it, because I have stuff to do. I have, you know, a car in the garage. I have other things I can be doing. I can be, you know, paying for stuff around the house. I can do all sorts of stuff. So Betsy is now at my friend's house. She's finally done, and he drove it to his dad's house. And then at his dad's house, there was a little bit of problem with the rear brakes. I think they were a little bit too tight, and they were rubbing, and they heat up a little bit, and then it froze up on him, and then it wasn't moving in neutral. So I ended up shooting over to his house. We adjusted the rear brakes, everything was good, and then he drove home, and now the car is at his house, and he's gonna try to sell it and pretty much start fresh again. Because that car, you guys saw, if you guys followed the build, you guys saw that it's not perfect. It has some, you know, cracks around the scoops, cracks around here, chips there and there. So the paint is not perfect. If I was to do it right, I would strip the whole car, get it sandblasted, and then pretty much redo the whole bodywork once again. For somebody, it might be worth it. For somebody, it might be fun to keep it as a, you know, daily driver, fun little car to drive around town, have fun on. But if you want that perfect looking car, if you want to take it to car shows, if you want to, you know, enjoy it, and that's the car that somebody would want to buy and not really worry about it as much as if it was like a show car. All right, so while I wait for the tow guy to come get Cinderella over here, let me show you what's going on in the garage. Those of you that don't know, many of you guys do remember, I do have one build in the garage that I kind of postponed. So now that we have Betsy out, we got Cinderella leaving, and then we got Eleanor over here still walking around, doesn't know what's going on, because that's kind of her home, and this car over here was kind of her second home, I guess. She would like jump on top, climb in there, sleep inside. So I'm gonna have to make her a nice little room, right? Come here, kitty, kitty. Hey, Eleanor. Hey, buddy. So I'm gonna have to make you a little house, or what? I'm sorry that I have to sell your house, but I'll make you a nice one. I'll make you a nice, cozy house, okay? All right? Okay. So you guys remember this little build in the garage? I don't even know. I used to call her something else until, you know, the whole thing with the word happened. So I'm not sure what to call her. Let's call her, give me guys ideas in the comments. What should we call this build? Elsie, Elise, or something completely different. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hit me down in the comments below what you think we should call this project. But she's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna have a track theme to it. All the chrome pieces are gonna be blacked out. I'm gonna have all black wheels. She's gonna be lowered, roll bar on the back, rear seat delete with the spare tire in the back, kind of like for show. Fire extinguisher, kind of like a little track theme type of look, and the color is gonna be different gray. It's not gonna be the movie gray, the E gray. It's gonna be a little bit different gray. So we're going for a completely different look, and we're gonna call her, I'm not sure what yet, but that's what we have. And those of you that remember, I will be posting, basically I'll restart this series from episode 1, and I'm gonna compress the episodes tighter, and obviously I need to edit the videos a little bit so they're more legal friendly, I guess, let's just say. So that's what we have in the garage. I have all the parts for her. I have everything that I need. And now what I gotta do is actually clean the garage once again. It seems like every time I, put this car on hold, we got a bunch of stuff going on just building up around this car. So it is what it is. We got quite a bit done on here. We got a lot of rust work done on the car, so that's done. So now what we have to do is actually, I'm probably gonna put her underneath the tent and start sanding, priming. And then once all of that is done, then I'm probably gonna put her back in the garage and start assembling, because it's gonna be winter here. in a few weeks, in a month or so, and then it's gonna start raining, so I wouldn't want her to be outside in the moisture getting rusty. Even though I'll primer it, but I still would rather work on the car on the inside. So there's that, and that's what we have, and that's what we got to get back to. So this is why she needs to go, and this is why I'm glad Betsy's gone, and that's why the car in the garage was on hold, is because of Betsy. All right, so the tow truck will be here shortly, probably around 8-9 p.m. And then once he gets here, we're gonna load her up, and then we're gonna say goodbye. And that's gonna be it for Cinderella. Sadly, she had to go. She's a good, solid base, and for this guy, it's kind of like a shop. They're a shop. They do like restorations on classic cars, and they once I'll talk to the guy. Once I'll get the permission to post him on my channel, I'll share, guys, where it's going, and then hopefully you guys can follow along on his Instagram or YouTube channel, whatever. All right, guys, see you guys when the tow truck is here. And here we go. Cinderella's getting picked up. Tow truck is here. We're gonna load her up, and she's gonna go to her new home, probably in Reading. We'll see. All right, and there she goes to her new home. She's gonna go down to Cali. They're gonna start on her in a few months, and hopefully we'll see some progress in the future. All right, you see you, Cinderella. Peace out. Well, boys, and they're both gone. Kind of sad, honestly. I'm kind of sad a little bit. Had this one, Cinderella, for about 10 years. And then Betsy, of course. I got attached to Betsy as well. But it's all for the better. Now we're gonna get on this girl. We're gonna put her right here. Of course, little Eleanor right here is gonna help us. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna clean the garage as well. Obviously, there's quite a few things that I'll probably just sell or throw to the dump or donate. We'll see what happens. And then once she's ready, primered, ready to go, we're gonna start assembling her. And this one is gonna go a lot quicker because I worked on Betsy, so I got my memory refreshed quite a bit, so this is gonna go pretty quick. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it's kind of sad and sort of unexpected. I wasn't thinking about selling her, then I decided to sell her, and then it just happened. It just happened so fast, and that's how it goes. All right, guys, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.